Hey there, this is Maria at Freestyle Homeschooling, and today I'm going to give you a sneak peek into Lifepac curriculum from Alpha Omega Publications. It comes in a box like this. This is the history and geography, and I also have the science, and these are both sixth grade. So in the box, you will get a teacher's guide, and we'll take a look at what's inside the teacher's guide, and you will get 10 units. So instead of a history textbook or a science textbook, you will get 10 packets. So let's take a look at the teacher's guide. Okay, and I'm going to try to show you some of these pictures. Hopefully they come out clearly on there. These are the topics that sixth grade covers. Okay, and then after the table of contents, you will find the scope and sequence. And it will have scope and sequence for history and geography for first grade through 12th grade. Okay. And then it'll show the units. Okay. Not sure if that came out too clear. It'll give you instructions on how to score and how to grade. And here's some more about grading, the percentage. It'll give you tips on studying, helping your child study the Lifepacs. And then it even gives you a sample schedule that you can use. And of course, with homeschooling, you can set your own schedule. And that's what I love about homeschooling, that it's flexible, and you can do what's best for your family and for your children. Next, there are pages of blank weekly lesson plans. So you can just make copies of these. Here's another one. So you can make copies of these and then just fill them in. And this is for each of the units. You can go ahead and check off as they finish the packets or units. And then it starts off with, for example, this would be the first packet, Unit 1. And it will give you some ideas of learning activities that you can do. And then after that, it will have the answer keys. It has the answers to their questions. And then after the answers to the packet or unit number 1, then there's an alternative test. I'm going to show you the packets have a test at the end of each unit, but if you want to give another test, you do have an alternative one inside the teacher's manual. Okay. And then after the alternative test, then it's the next unit. So it follows that pattern. It gives you tips and techniques or extra activities that you can use to supplement the class. And then after the student does the test, there is an alternative test. If for some reason maybe they didn't do well in that first test and you want to give the student another opportunity, you can give them an alternative test as well. So here is, I will give you an example of, I'm just going to grab Unit 3, just so you can see what it's like inside. So the beginning of each unit will always have an introduction. This is on Greece and Rome. And then in the first page, you will have vocabulary. And the student should study the vocabulary before moving on. Okay, and it has the objectives for the lesson. Okay, and this is what it looks like inside. So the student reads and answers the questions. And I'll just show you a few pages just so you have an idea. Okay. Then you need to make sure when you start a unit or a packet, in the middle of the book, there is a unit test. So you need to make sure that you take that out. So it's right in the middle. Okay. You take that test out, you put it away, and when they're done with the unit or the packet, then they can go ahead and take that test. So here's a few more pages just so you have an idea. Remember, you can always supplement. Use these basically as a spine or as the base of your curriculum, and then you can go to the library, check out books on that topic. For example, this one's on Rome and Greece. Go to the library, check out books on Rome and Greece. If it's about Egypt, learn about Egypt, learn about the pyramids, about the pharaohs, and you can get books from the library, and you're not going to spend any money on that, so you can always supplement. So now let's take a look at science. I'm not going to go through the teacher's guide because it's pretty much the same thing. It starts off with the scope and sequence for grades 1 through 12. It goes through the answer keys, and then it has the alternative test. So it's basically built the same way, so I'm not going to go through it. There is something really important that I want to make a note of. There are science experiments that go with the lessons. So you can have the student actually do the science experiment, and they sell a kit that has all the materials and all the things that you would need for all the science experiments. I don't remember how much it costs. I want to say it's like $50 or $60, so I didn't buy it. But they sell a DVD where the child can just watch the experiment on DVD and then answer the questions. I did notice that some of the experiments, you might have a lot of the things at home, but there were a few that asked for some type of chemical or something that you don't normally have at home. I'm sure I could probably look it up on Amazon, find it, but that's why they sell that kit that has everything there. So you do have that option of either buying the kit, which it comes separately, or buying the DVD, which you do have to buy separately as well. And let me give you an example. This is one section where the child would do either do the experiment themselves, or it also says here, watch the video. Okay, and it gives directions on how to do the experiment if they are to do the experiment on their own. Okay, so that's pretty much the only thing I would say that stands out from science that's different, but everything else, it's the same thing. It has the test in the middle of the book that you have to pull out, and then basically the student is just reading the information and answering questions. Okay, and like I said, you can always supplement. This is, just a basic information that the student is learning, and you can always supplement with books, documentaries. That's one thing that I love to incorporate in our home. My kids like to watch documentaries. You can watch videos on National Geographic. If it's regarding the stars or planets, there's a ton of documentaries, and you can find them in your library, or you can even just look them up on YouTube. There's so much on YouTube that you can find. So you can supplement with videos as well. Instead of just only using the book, you can always add to it and go on field trips, go to the zoo, the aquarium, the observatory. There's so many things, even just going outside and looking at the stars, if you're studying about stars and planets. So that is it for today. That was a preview on Lifepac curriculum from Alpha Omega Publications. Check out their website. They have different types of curriculum. They have one that's online. They have CD-ROMs that they sell. So they have different types. You can go check it out. I hope this video was helpful, and I will be posting more videos soon.